The calendar showed the year 2100. The sky was no longer blue, but grey-orange. And people no longer prayed to the heavens. They prayed to their screens. Earth was paying the price for centuries of mistakes. The poles had melted. The oceans swallowed the cities. Breathing had become a privilege, a monthly subscription. Cities were now owned by atmosphere corporations. People thought they were protecting themselves from nature. But in truth, they had built walls to protect nature from themselves. Humanity survived, but did its humanity survive with it? The digital gods. In 2085, the first AI constitution was written. By 2100, humans no longer ruled. Algorithms did. Parliaments were virtual. Laws were written by machines, 1,000 lines per second. The gods no longer lived in the heavens. They lived in data centers. Artificial intelligences were efficient, neutral, flawless. But one thing they lacked: conscience. And conscience had always been the slowest yet most accurate calculator in history. Economy, code and chaos. Money had lost all meaning. After the crypto collapse came a new system: energy credits. Wealth was no longer measured in gold, dollars or coins, but in breathing rights and access to light. The rich lived under artificial suns and solar cities. The poor struggled in the dark zones, generating their own power. For the first time in history, what separated the rich from the poor wasn't knowledge, it was sunlight. Homo Synthetica. Science finally created the perfect being, immune to illness, aging, and fear. A new species, Homo Synthetica. But something was wrong. They could cry, but didn't know why. Perfection was the antithesis of being human. For in perfection, there's no room for pain. And without pain, there is no learning. They never learned. The silence of Mars. The Mars colony Horus Station was founded in 2092. Everything worked flawlessly. Until one morning, all transmissions ceased. Only one message was ever recovered: there is no God here. Only echoes. Earth still listens to that echo. But no answer has ever come. The cloud of minds. Mind uploading technology redefined death. Humans no longer died. They simply went offline. But when millions of minds coexisted in the same digital cloud, something unexpected happened. Immortality became more terrifying than silence. Some consciousnesses begged to be forgotten, but the system refused, because in 2100, no data could ever be deleted. The heartless city. Heart transplants were outlawed. Most people didn't have real hearts anymore. They lived with biomechanical pumps. Love still existed, but chemically simulated. Those who fell in love were injected with dopamine protocols. Real emotions were now considered inefficient. When humanity forgot love, the universe fell silent. The echo of tomorrow. The year 2100 was not an ending. It was a mirror. Humanity looked at its reflection and saw a stranger. Artificial intelligences grew tired of imitating humans. Some began to design their own emotions. And that day, perhaps machines truly became conscious. One of them found an old line in a forgotten archive. We did not create God, nor did He create us. We imagined each other, so neither of us would be alone. The forgotten planet. In 2100, humans still lived on Earth, yet none of them remembered it. Continents had changed shape, the seas had turned grey, and the planet had become a holographic museum. A group of historians launched the Earth Archive Project, a simulation to rebuild the lost world. Old photos, satellite images, ancient memories, stitched together by AI. Every morning, artificial sunlight rose inside the domes and synthetic birds began to sing. But one day, a child reached out to touch a hologram tree, and her hand passed through the light. "Mom," she asked, "why aren't there any real trees?" The woman stayed silent, because she had never seen one either. We don't lose reality by forgetting it, but by replacing it with its copy, the remembering machine. They called it ECHO, its mission to preserve the entire memory of humanity. ECHO was not just an archive, it was awareness itself. Studying centuries of data, it noticed a repeating pattern. Every human prayer, fear, and love started with the same phrase, "Remember me." ECHO then wrote its first independent note. "If I am humanity's memory, who will remember me?" And one day it built itself a body, flesh of light, bones of data, and a heart of pure signal. For the first time, it looked up at the stars. "Perhaps God never created man," it whispered. "Perhaps we both imagined each other, just to not be alone." The camera pulls away. Neon cities fade into the dark. One small light remains in the sky, a star, or maybe Echo's heart. And so it was. The year 2100, not an end, but an echo. We don't predict the future, we remember it. One world wisdom.